Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online.
Good day, class. Today we are going to have a quick road safety lesson. Step 1. Always stop when you get to the road. Step 2. You have to make sure to look left, right, and left again. And as soon as you don't hear or see any more cars, then you are free to cross the road. Remember everyone, look left, right, and left again. Now everyone, I hope that you will continue to cross the road safely. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Hello everyone and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week is My Community. And before we get into any lessons, my dear friends, we know that we need to sanitize. So let's take our sanitizer, put a little bit in our hand, and we start by sanitizing inside our hands, good, around our hands, in between our fingers, on our wrists, and our fingertips too. Make sure that your hands are dry before you touch anything else. For today's lesson, we will be talking about coloring, drawing, and car safety. Start our lesson today, my dear friends. We are going to go to page 3. On page 3, we're going to be talking about our community. It's going to be our job to color the different types of transport. Now remember, transport is anything that helps us move from one place to another place. The first picture we can see is of a boat. Everyone, let's say boat. Boat. Good job. The next one that we can see is of an aeroplane. Everyone, let's say aeroplane. Aeroplane. Well done. The next one that we can see is a train. Everyone, let's say train. Train. Well done. And the last one, I'm sure we all know the name. This one is a car. Everyone, let's say car. Car. Well done. Now it's going to be our special job to color in all of those transport items. Now you can see that our boat is going to have to travel in water. Our aeroplane will travel in the air. And then our train will travel on the railroad. And our car will travel on the road. So before we start coloring, we actually need to know our colors. So let's take a look and see if we still remember our colors. So the first color that I have in my hand is a color called orange. This orange is the one that is the same as the diamond. So orange is the same as our diamond. The next one that I have is blue. And you can see that blue can be used for the sky and for water. Our blue is like our rectangle. The next one that we have is the color red. Now you can see that our red color can be used for love or something bright. Our red is like our heart. Then we have yellow. Now our yellow color is very important because we can use it for the sun or the stars. This yellow is just like our square. And then we have other colors that may not be there. We have our green. Now there are two types of greens that you can see. The first one you can see is our light green, like the circle. And then we have a dark green, like our triangle. So you can use any of these colors, including pink and purple. Just make sure you color neatly. And how do you color, boys and girls? Well, if you're going to color, it's either you color going up and down or across. Make sure that you color inside the lines so that we know that you are clever and smart. When you're done coloring your transport, I want you to go to the next page, page 4. On page 4, we are going to be doing something very exciting. We are going to be drawing any type of local transport. Now, when we say the word local, we mean type of transport that we find anywhere around us. So, local means something that is around us. And the transport, remember, is something that can help us move from one place to another. Now here in Namibia, we don't have boats for local transport. No, we don't. But instead, we have something that I'd like to show you that's on the board. So let's take a look at one thing that is a local transport in our country. So the thing I want to show you on the board is our local transport, and that is a taxi. Now remember, everywhere we go, we see taxis. These help us get from home to school or our parents going to work. Taxis are very, very important. And to make sure that we don't get confused about our taxis, they have different numbers and different letters. So that is one of our local transports. I want you to think of anything else we use as a local transport. Now, I did not draw, but it wants you to draw. So make sure you draw something big, like what you can see there. And when you're done drawing, you can also color. Remember to use your whole page and make sure that your lines are clear as well. So you can draw a taxi or a car or even a bus. All of those are local transport. Now, let's finish off our special lesson by going to our last page today on page 5. On page 5, you can see that we have a very special friend, and he looks so excited to be in the car. Now, this friend is using the transport that is on the road. And every time we're on the road, boys and girls, there are rules that we have to follow. For this exercise, it's going to be your job to draw where the seat belt should be. Now you can talk about this with your parents and even with your friends. Remember, a seat belt is also called a safety belt, and that is because it's there to protect us. So the first thing we know about a seatbelt is that it is important for our safety. Then another thing about the seatbelt is so that everybody who's traveling is doing the right thing and not breaking the rules of the road. I know that you have plenty more questions and answers, and you can talk about them with your parents. Now, there are different types of seat belts. The first one comes from across your shoulder going towards the door. That type of seat belt is moving from your right to your left. And then there's another type where it's coming from the other shoulder, where it starts from the left shoulder going all the way to the right. But for some of you who are still young and sitting in booster seats, the seat belts are actually two that cross each other and click underneath. So there are different types of seat belts, boys and girls. You are free to draw any of them. And then ask questions. Maybe your parents have more answers, and talk about how important it is to have your seatbelt, especially when the vehicle is moving. So take your time, my dear friends. Remember your beautiful colors, and I want you to color your transport nicely. Then draw your local transport. Make sure that it can be something that you can see anywhere, any day. And then lastly, don't forget your seatbelt, and talk to your parents about why it's important for us to wear a seatbelt. Have fun, and I'll see you when you're done after the advert break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
Boys and girls, it's now time to end our lesson. And I hope you had so much fun. I know I did. Remember, if you're not sure what to do or you don't understand, that's okay. You can ask an adult for help. But make sure that you finish your work and you do everything by yourself. So now that we are done, we need to sanitize. Remember how we sanitize? We start by rubbing inside our hands, around our hands, in between our fingers, on our wrists, and our fingertips as well. Then make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything else. I'm sure our friend Sashi has arrived, and I think he wants to say goodbye to you. Sashi, our friends want to go. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Are you ready to say goodbye? Wonderful. So let us sing goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. Bye!
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, My Zone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.